Okay, so it is time to decide who shall be our dancer. But first, a couple of support conversations. I just realized off camera that I unlocked Cyril and Hilda's B, so should I do that before I get her A with Byleth? I have actually heard that some of Byleth's A's are post-time sleep exclusive, so kind of interesting that this one isn't. I guess I can do that. Before I do this though, let me just point out one thing. So, while I was off camera, just taking time away from the game, it occurred to me that since Solon was Tomas, I'm thinking that Monica is Kronya. Because she's obviously not a support option. She's way too sane for someone who's spent an entire year locked in a dungeon. And we encountered her around the same time that Flayn's blood was stolen. So that's currently my theory. Another thing that I just suddenly thought of is, what if Geralt is Thales? Like the big armored leader of those who slid in the dark we saw in trailers. Now, the one problem with that is that Geralt was with us when we went to stop Tomas from infecting the village, and Geralt can fight against Solon / Tomas in that chapter. So, wouldn't really make much sense for him to actually be his leader, but then again, NPCs can't kill bosses, maybe it was all staged. Anyway, let's forget about all that for now, and let's instead just hope that Hilda's not racist to Cyril this time.
Ah, Cyril. Cleaning again, I see.
Okay, so the exact same location as your previous support.
Hilda, you're in the way. Move it.
I'm supposed to refill the horse's water troughs, but I can't find the buckets. I was told that they'd be in the usual place. What's the usual place?
Is that like on some of the knights' heads while they're going, "Look at me, I have a new helmet"?
Maybe you'd know where that is if you did your job sometime.
You know, Cyril, I don't want to interrupt you while you're cleaning, but...
I'm half expecting her to scream, "I do my job!"
Come on, the buckets are over near the wall, where they always are, because I put them there.
Okay. Thanks for your help. You're pretty strong.
Well, I mean, he is a wyvern rider now.
I bet you're tired, though. Come on, let's rest a bit.
Okay, just for a minute, though. I got more work to do.
I'm not a fan of awkward silences. Anything interesting happening?
Oh, I was half expecting one of them to say, "Minutes up, let's go on with work."
Figured you were the one with something to say. Quiet don't bother me.
I need an interesting topic for this letter I'm writing to my brother. I'm stumped.
Your brother write to you a lot?
Constantly. Yeah, he must be bored. He's always going on about how worried he is for me. What's worse, if I take too long to reply, he gets more worried and writes more about it.
So, again, kind of modern texting applied to letters.
Write about your life, maybe. You know, stuff like, I got real lazy again today.
Ooh, nice burn there, Cyril.
Or maybe, can you believe I still don't know where they put the water buckets?
You're mean. Do you really think that little of me?
You're a lazy gal who gets people to do her work for her. I never knew anybody like that in Elmira.
Oh, really? So Lady Rhea isn't the only difference between Fodlan and Elmira after all?
I don't like comparing Lady Rhea with you, but I figure you're right. You know what's real weird? Nobody seems to mind picking up your slack. Even me.
Sorry, what was that?
Nothing worth repeating. Anyway, I gotta get back to work.
He's such a diligent boy. I don't think I've ever seen someone from Fodlan work that hard. Oh, hang on. I never got an idea from him about what to write in my letter. Ugh. I guess there's nothing for it. Maybe I can just write about Cyril.
Dear brother, I met this guy who works really hard. By the way, he's also a wyvern rider who almost defeated the Death Knight in our previous battle. Okay, and now it's time for Byleth and Hilda A. That was actually a pretty solid B support, though. Yeah, in fact, that's one of my favorite supports so far, to be perfectly honest. I'm pretty sure I've already talked to the Gatekeeper this chapter. Raphael? Hang on a second. Yeah, I have a C with Raphael. And a C with Rhea? Okay, that's surprising. And Linhardt, but I'm not surprised by that. Oh, of course. Yeah, that is plot locked. Thought as much. Oh, that's a shame. Well, might as well... Did I just reject Raphael? Can I warp somewhere and make it reappear? Please tell me I can warp somewhere and make that reappear, because I'm kind of curious about Raphael's C support. Oh, great. Raphael's not appearing. I'm going to have to wait for him to approach me during the week, aren't I? Ah, that's kind of a shame. I mean, honestly, I'm not expecting much out of Raphael and Byleth's C support, but still. Okay, Linhardt. So, again,
well, hello, Professor.
I have actually seen this one
all the way to my
on the
room
Black Eagles route, so my reaction to this won't exactly be blind.
You've brought the materials from your lecture I slept through. I appreciate it. Thank you.
This support's a little weird if he's not in your house.
It's rare for a nice professor like you to be so strict. Please, Professor, you must understand how difficult it is for me to fight the demon of drowsiness.
It's lines like this that make me think that maybe Linhardt does have some form of chronic fatigue.
Just talking about it makes me sleepy. That sounds more than a little exhausting. I think I'll stay in.
The "you're not motivated enough" option is kind of funny because he's going to become motivated after this. Well, at least he would if he was on my house.
I must compliment you, though. By this point in most conversations, I'm bored senseless.
Well, not with Caspar, usually.
But I'm enjoying this. I wonder why. What is it about you that fascinates me so? You're definitely a strange one. In truth, your very nature is odd. You're definitely not a commoner. But you don't seem like a noble either. You're something else.
I still think Byleth is kind of part demon, maybe.
And yet you can wield one of the hero's relics. You're like a hero in some silly legend.
Wait. Hang on a minute. I'm sure that on my Black Eagles file, I got the C with Linhardt before getting the Sword of the Creator. Does that mean supports can change slightly based on where you are in the story? Because if so, that's really cool. Like, I was expecting pre-time skip and post-time skip would have very altered supports, but I was not expecting that.
Or you could be a villain who came here to enact some evil plot. That wouldn't surprise me either.
Well, I mean, we know someone who literally was that, so I guess it's right to suspect other people. Yeah, okay, I did get this option in the other file, and I still love saying this. My name is Byleth. I'm definitely not a villain. You can trust me.
Will you ever allow me to investigate that crest of yours? It won't hurt a bit, I swear. I'm sure I could find out all sorts of things about your crest. And you.
Sorry, Linhardt, but Hanneman kind of beat you to that.
Of course, I'm not as experienced with such research as Professor Hanneman, but I do what I can. Someday, I think I might like to become a crest scholar. You never know. Oh, don't trouble yourself. I didn't mean now. I've got a lot of other research I'm working on at the moment. I tend to start a project, get bored, and then leave it be. I might be ready to investigate your crest soon. I'd have to tidy up a bit first. On that note, good night, Professor.
By the way, Reinhardt says hi. However, Lynn didn't particularly care for that conversation. Oh, right, other houses. Yeah, that's it. Oh, I can just straight up select that.
Welcome, Professor. This is the first time I have welcomed you here, is it not?
New music, too.
There is no need to be nervous. Please, come closer.
Don't worry, I'm not going to brainwash you and use you as my evil minion.
When you speak with me here in this room, you are not speaking with the Archbishop, but with Rhea. It's just me.
Yes, the Rhea that you've been talking to this entire game was a body double. I'm the real one.
What a sweet child you are. My apologies. I should not be treating you like a child.
I know you're several billion years old, after all.
As Gerald's kin, somehow you don't seem at all a stranger to me. Speaking of Gerald, may I ask if he ever spoke of me to you?
Ah. Gerald doesn't really seem to like her. I guess this is true from a certain point of view.
Is that so? Unfortunately, I am unable to believe that such words fell from Gerald's lips.
This is kind of weird because I haven't noticed like a support point increase within a support for anyone else. But I guess it makes sense because you don't really have many opportunities to raise support points with Rhea. It's most like you don't get to really invite her to tea or get mission assistance from her, at least not yet.
I want you to know that you are free to speak candidly. There is no need to spare me from the truth, however harsh it may be.
Okay, the truth. Truth is, Byleth used to think you were evil, but now that Tomas revealed himself, he's not so sure.
Since you are here, shall I tell you about the Gerald that I knew?
I feel like this is a particularly appropriate chapter for us learning about that.
By the look of it, you haven't heard much about his time at the monastery, have you? When I first met Gerald, he was quite young. Why, he could not even grow a full beard at that point. On one fateful occasion, the band of mercenaries he belonged to fought alongside the Knights of Seiros. I was traveling with the Knights at the time, and Gerald jumped in front of an attack meant for me. He was gravely wounded, on the verge of death.
But wait a minute, you don't take damage when dual guarding. Oh wait, this is an awakening.
I tended to his wounds in a desperate attempt to save his life. Thankfully, my efforts were not in vain. Gerald managed to escape a seemingly certain death. I made arrangements for him to receive further care at Garrick Mach. The moment he was deemed fully recovered, I invited him to join the Knights. Well, it is not a story I have often repeated. Even at the monastery, there are not many who know that.
What about the fire, though? That's the part that's really curious, especially since we now know, because Geralt let it slip, that Byleth was born at the time of the fire, which makes Byleth at least 20, when we didn't know that before.
I tell you this because, to me, you are the child of the one who saved my life all those years ago. And also,
you are literally my child.
Never mind. It is nothing. I simply wanted to say that I trust you. By coming to visit with me today, you have... Well, suffice it to say that my day is brighter than it otherwise would have been. I thank you for that.
Honestly, I'm not entirely joking about that, because I've since put two and two together when people said that, that there was something controversial in the game, and Alois and Gilbert having S supports for both genders. I've since put two and two together and realized that these two's S supports are platonic. And that makes me wonder, if Rhea is an S support option for both genders, but platonic S supports are a thing, maybe she is Byleth's mother. That's all I'll say for now. Oh, I can strap to this, good. And that must be another thing that voice actors get really, I don't know, weirded out by being told to do.
Whew. Oh, Professor, are you here to train? You should join me. Training is more important than worrying about me. Legs, back, chest, arms, abs. Gotta work them all, right? I just finished training, and I feel great. Check me out. Are my muscles bulging? Another day of training, and my muscles are ready to burst. Bulging muscles means strength. I have to be strong if I want to be a proper knight. And I have to eat if I want to keep training. Time to feast. Ah, way to hit me where it hurts, Professor. I know I'll be in trouble if I don't train my brain, too. Anyone who can't get tactics can't be a proper knight. It's just, I'm no good at remembering that kind of stuff. And training my brain instead of my body makes me sleepy. What if I start training twice as hard? Then I should only have to study half as much, right? You really think so? I can't let that happen. I guess I have no choice. I'll prove I can do it.
So yes, the Akihiko school of making someone do something, just challenge them that they can't do it and they're gonna go for it.
Wish me luck, Professor. For my training and for my studies.
time for a brain workout! Yeah, that was pretty much what I expected. I feel like maybe he'll have depth later on. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to playing the Golden Deer route on my own time, because I get the feeling that I'm going to like it. But anyway, that is all of the supports, but I almost forgot, we still have to choose a dancer. So, I have been semi-spoiled on the fact that dancers can use magic in this game. So, yeah, Dorothy is probably the obvious choice, especially since I just recruited her. But that feels too obvious, I'm not going to go with that. Again, Felix, it would be hilarious to make Felix the edgy dancer. But he's probably better served attacking than he is dancing. That's the problem with the dancer thing. I know that I think it just unlocks the option for reclassing. It doesn't mean that they have to be a dancer forever. Like, I think that's what happens to the dancer in FE5. If you have her talk to Pan, she is forced to turn into one. Actually, then she can promote to a thief fighter again. Anyway, that's beside the point. Like, it is essentially shooting the combat viability of someone in the foot, because if you're a dancer, you are losing productivity unless you're dancing every turn. But I have someone here who plays a support role anyway, and whose main offense comes from magic. And who'd also be kind of hilarious to make a dancer for reasons. I know her speed's kind of bad, but I feel like a ton of people do this anyway, so I'm probably not being entirely original with this. But it's honestly pretty funny as well, because I can seriously picture this. So, like, okay, so here's what's going to happen here. Where the heck is she? Oh, there she is. So, Bylov is going to enter Flayn into the White Heron Cup. When he does so, he's going to go to Dimitri and say, okay, Dimitri, urgent strategy meeting, get the whole house in here. And then Bylov's going to go, okay, here's the plan. I'm going to barricade myself in my room. Dedu, guard the door. Dimitri, be on intercept duty. Cyril, watch the skies. Like Ash, set up a runner, get ready to shoot anyone who comes through. I'm going to have a very angry Wyvern Rider who is going to try desperately to kill me in the next few minutes, and leaving it up to all of you to stop him. That's how I see this happening.
Hello, Professor. The ball will soon be upon us. I can feel my heart fluttering already. I have never danced in front of people before. Not even once in all my life. I am very much looking forward to it.
Say, about that...
Have you heard yet about the White Heron Cup? If you have yet to choose a representative, do you mind terribly if I volunteer?
Oh, I just realized that I probably should have talked to everyone else and seen all of their quotes. Because I get the feeling that, like, you know, Dedu would probably be pretty funny, and Raphael again would be amazing, but he's not even in my house. I'm worried that saying no will lock me out of this forever, but, like, because I definitely want to say yes to Flayn, but I kind of want to see what everyone else's quotes would be. But on the other hand, I guess I should just say yes.
Oh, thank you, Professor. I am overcome with joy. Just you wait until my feet touch the ballroom floor.
The one dance lesson. Okay.
Yes? Do you need me for anything, Professor? I see.
Well, we're supposed to go to Manuela first. Oh. Wasn't Ash here before? Or Mercedes? Is yours?
Oh, this
Yep.
is mine.
Makes sense because I've actually seen one of her Forging Bonds quotes in Heroes, and she talks about baking a cake. So I need to talk to Manuela now, apparently.
I hear you've chosen your representative for the White Heron Cup. In that case, a word of advice.
Watch out for Seteth, he will kill you.
On an average year, the winning contestant has about this much charm.
Oh. Well, Flayn's way ahead of the curve there.
Charm is important, wouldn't you agree? Who wants a partner with no charm? Not me. Do your best, make sure to put in the practice, and good luck.
Okay, yeah, so I'm pretty sure that, I mean, I feel like maybe you don't have to win to unlock the option to make them a dancer, but I think winning just gives you more rewards. But I suppose we can do dance practice with Flayn. I like how you can see Manuela there in the background. Actually, this reminds me a lot of that scene from the Goblet of Fire movie where the teachers were showing the students how to dance for the Yule Ball. Of course, at this point, Byleth has made sure that Seteth is locked in his room. And he's probably stationed Dedue in heavy armor right in front of the door. Wow, okay, that's a pretty big increase.
I am eager to improve my dancing.
So, let me just quickly check your charm stat right now, because it's probably insane. 27, yeah, we have actually slightly more than doubled the requirement for winning. So, yeah, I feel very, very confident in this. How much charm does Felix have? Just out of curiosity, like, to see if I could have actually won it with Felix. 15. Okay, yeah, he actually would still win, potentially. Okay, let's end exploration for now. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have to report the quest to Rhea, or does the quest only happen after the White Heron Cup? I'm actually not sure, but anyway, it's time for the lesson plan. And I should probably have you go on Faith and Reason because, yeah, your sword skills are pretty terrible. I want to see what these two supports are like, given their relationship that was established in that paralogue. I have 6 instruction points now. Now, I think you're, like, the only one who I haven't, like, tutored in your main, hidden talent, so I guess I could just go for this one. I may as well tutor Dorothea, because I've never actually shown tutoring her on this file.
I appreciate your coaching, Professor.
And that was shown in trailers.
I'm a quick study. I got it? Good. You're quite the motivator, Professor. Everything... I appreciate...
Let me ask you something.
Okay. I feel like he'd actually like this, but I don't know, I'm probably more inclined to say that.
I see. That might work.
Yeah, I thought he'd like that. Meanwhile, Ingrid's just standing there behind him going like, glare. You know that thing in a lot of anime where they make that audible glare noise? Oh, okay, you're gonna go Warlock. I think I want to focus on Faith for you right now. Bernadetta's birthday. Oh boy, she's not gonna like this. Rose Petal?
What is it? Did I do something wrong?
Well,
So
you were
what?
born. Obviously, that's not wrong.
Still too hot.
Okay, I've heard that all of them have a favorite tea, which can help. Mighty Weapons is probably not something that she wants to talk about. Okay. I was worried she wouldn't like that with how hard she is on herself. Monastery Mysteries? Oh. I think she wouldn't like school days because that involve talking to people. Past laughs. Okay. That's probably not going to be perfect. Yeah. Okay, so that whole thing about the last one, I sometimes get the question for getting the last one right, but I sometimes don't. I think that is to do with what tea you give them.
This was great.
And that's all she says. Well, at least she's not screaming and running back to her room.
We can handle it. Of course. After you.
Yes, I will handle it after
Hi,
you handle
Professor. That went really well.
it. Despite the fact that I've never ridden a Pegasus in my life. It almost kicked me 5 times. Oh, I should have had Hilda go all in on axes. Oh well. Yeah, she'll need writing later anyway.
I'm a natural.
I'm a quick study.
How's this gonna help?
Unfortunately, yeah, you need an A before you can be a warrior, which is annoying. I wish arm scrolls existed in this game.
Perhaps I'll expand the scope of my research.
Perhaps not. I don't think you're suited for physical combat. Okay, so please don't tell me I screwed up in that quest with, this month only. Beginning of week 3. Select a student to represent by the end of week 2. Alright. Yeah, I'm guessing this will just automatically complete itself when the White Heron Cup actually happens. But, well, there's only 2 paralogs to do here. And... wait a minute, did I have Falling Short of Heaven there before? Oh, right, yeah. These are the same ones I had before, right. Okay, this one I'm very interested in, but this one, well, we just picked Flayn to be a dancer. This probably makes sense to do this one now. Depending on how short this is, I might even be able to fit it into the same pod.
Brother, please wait.
I really want to compete in the dance competition. Nobody force me, please. Don't kill anyone.
For the last time, Flayn, the answer is no.
You are departing for the Rhodos coast, are you not? I must come.
You will do no such thing. I am not going there to pay respects at the cemetery, but to do battle. With you there, I will be beside myself with worry. It will be easier for me to fight if I know you are safe.
Hang on a minute. This is a little bit late to the realization, but is Seteth's voice Lewin in Heroes? I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that.
But I must. Professor, you have come at just the right time.
Probably not. Because Violet's probably like, oh no, your brother's here, and then runs away immediately.
I only wish to make a small request. My dear brother is about to set forth on a most dangerous mission.
Indeed. The Western Church is attempting to seize sacred ground by force. With this action, they are no longer merely believers of a different creed. They are a dangerous threat that cannot be ignored. We cannot allow the holy artifacts enshrined there to fall into their hands.
I too wish to be of use to the church. And I do admit, I am terribly worried about my brother. No matter my protests, he will not allow me to come.
Actually, it kind of makes sense that the music that's playing here is the same one that played in the monastery when Flayn was missing.
Professor, this is where you can help. Will you accompany us both on this expedition? If you are there to protect me, my brother's fears will be allayed. Isn't that right, brother?
I suppose your aid would indeed be useful, yes.
I knew it! Please, Professor, will you join us?
Man, alright now.
Let us depart at once.
Violet's log, ethereal mood. Seteth is still none the wiser that I have selected Flayn to enter the White Heron Cup. May he forever remain that way. Oh wow, this is actually a flat-out beach chapter. And it almost looks like these waves are different terrain, but no. That's actually pretty cool looking. Although it looks like this is a fairly small map overall. That's definitely an assassin. That is a warlock. Okay, we're definitely starting to see promoted in... what the heck is that? Huh, that looks like some kind of ancient technology or something. Bishop. Yeah, we are fighting some promoted enemies now. Okay, so maybe this will be less pathetic than before. Well, I guess we'll find out. There's a lot of magic users on this map. Well, there's another bishop. Black Pearl. A pirate ship formerly owned by Barbossa, now owned by Jack Sparrow. Levin Sword. Well, I already got one of those, but an extra 1 to 3 range weapon wouldn't hurt. Also, that's a pretty cool looking generic outfit. West Church Sages. Group Lightning. Also, you look pretty cool, and you're a warlock as well. We have a decent number of promoted enemies on this map. how good is Seteth's resistance? It is as I expected for a Wyvern Rider. Okay then, yeah, that is very, very bad. Is Sagittae effective on... I'm pretty sure Sagittae isn't effective on flyers, because it doesn't say it. Oh, it's equal to Cyril's. Cyril's faster, but Seteth definitely has more strength. Seteth, I'm guessing, is not trained in bows. He's an E rank in bows. I kind of forgot the Wyvern Riders were proficient in... Oh, look, it's that lance that I threw away earlier. And the March Ring, too. That's pretty cool. Can I, like, set Flayn as Seteth Adjutant? I'm sure he'd like that. Actually, no, because I'm forced to deploy. Okay, so what your Adjutant ability is based on your class, I'm guessing, because Hilda's has switched from sword to shield. Okay, so who are we going to bring here? Obviously, these three. I may as well bring Dimitri along. I'll be using these two in a paralog later, so maybe let's kick them out so they don't get too much experience. Speaking of too much experience, though, Cyril's definitely way ahead of the curve. She could use some more levels, though. We'll be fighting a lot of mages, so a net might not be a bad idea. Felix's resistance is pretty solid, and his sword could cut them down quite easily. I suppose Manuela might not be a bad idea here, too. I kind of want to bring Dorothea, because I just recruited her. Dadu is not going to like this map. Oh, I should probably bring Lysithea as well. Oh, she has dark magic. I probably found that out before, but still. Swarm! Oh, it's only 1 to 2. It's not like long range. Hidden talent in swords, too. And Luna. Someone did spoil me. Luna was in this game. Cannot make follow-up attacks. And ignores enemy resistance, just like FE7 and 8. Oh, I should probably bring her. That means I have to kick out someone. I suppose Annette's a bit too powerful right now. You know what? Just because this is going to be funny. Hanneman Adjutant to Manuela. Might as well put you as adjutants. And I think right now that should be mostly fine. Obviously, I want my flyer to start closer to the beach. Oh, that counts as desert. Okay. So I'm pretty much forced to lead the charge with my casters. That's interesting. Of course, Lysithea is defense 3. Yeesh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's not going to matter if they're all mages, but still. Defense 3, wow. Yeah, I've heard Lysithea is ridiculously good, so looking forward to trying that out. She's using a lance, that's kind of funny. Okay, Dimitri here, I guess, and that should be fine. Okay, let's go.
You heretics who defile our goddess! The sacred coast belongs to us, the Western Church. You are the heretics. Be gone from here at once.
You're a heretic. No, you're a heretic. No, you're a heretic.
Silence, dog of the apostates. Prepare to receive our righteous blades. I will recapture the monument. Everyone else should focus on removing the surrounding enemies.
Wait, brother! I shall accompany you!
If you were Pegasus Knight, maybe, but currently, no.
Let us away.
Now, I sort of wish that she could adjutant him for this, so she literally could accompany him, but nope, not going to be the case.
Leave it to me.
Okay, yeah, that's going to give her speed a little bit. Why does she have a bow? She's trained in swords. And yeah, see that support activating from all the way over there?
Let's take them out.
Wow, your Nosferatu sucks.
I'll go.
I mean, she is technically
That's
more
my
of a priest than a offensive mage.
You can't stop me.
Well, she's practicing for the dance tournament already.
You were wide open.
The Thunder Dance.
You're relentless.
Oh, I have silence, though. I'm pretty sure that silence spell really comes in handy when students are getting annoying in the library. Double support going. I'm actually going to be interested to see, too easy. I almost called her Bernadetta. Obviously not. Dorothea's support with,
Why am I even here?
why am I even here? No, with Sylvain, because she is one of the few girls that Sylvain can actually A with.
Ready when you are.
Okay, I can longbow you. These guys on the beach thought they were safe, and they're like, no, 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 we didn't expect it to bring wyverns! Speaking of which, like, a lot of people were talking about, oh, you're gonna hate the wyvern moon because, you know, wyverns and stuff, but, like, honestly, I don't know, I kind of played up my hatred for wyverns in that game.
Here we go.
Rescue may actually be useful here, now I think about it. Not draw back, though.
I'll cut through.
I probably should have used Stride with him, but oh well. Like, they're not really that bad, honestly. Except on Lunatic mode, but then again, everything is bad on Lunatic mode in that game. Although, admittedly, that game's Lunatic is not nearly as bad as Awakening's Lunatic in terms of...
Let Mother rest in peace.
I had a feeling someone related to them was, interred here, let's just say. I should have put a different weapon, but if she had, you would have probably gone for someone who couldn't counterattack anyway. Oh, wow, doubling. Yeah, don't want to underestimate these guys.
That's what you get.
Oh, those two can support each other. Oh, that was just a heal. I thought for a second, like, the ocean was like, encroaching further or something. Alright, let's see. You are you still silenced, or does silence only last for one turn? Yeah, it's only one turn in this game. Okay, yeah, I should probably pay more attention to that. I think I'll actually have Flayn take this one. Well, I would if she could actually double. That ship in the background looks pretty nice. This is a pretty decent looking map. I would kind of know because, living in Australia, you see a lot of beaches. So, yeah, I'm kind of familiar with this kind of terrain. At least where I am, around, like, the central... Is it called the Central Coast? Actually, no, I know people who live on the Central Coast. That's further up from where I live. But yeah, I definitely live in the more central state of Australia. Are you going to double her? Just barely not, I think, which is good. You gotta remember that about Sight, and I should have used Stride again, but oh well. Yeah, overall, it doesn't really look like this map's going to be that bad. And now, away, my Wyvern Riders. Yeah, I've got to be careful because there's a lot of mages. Can you one-shot them or something? Nope. Wow, you take a ton of damage from that. Oh, I've got Assembly, though, so I can pull them off certain turrets. What happens if I pull you into the water? Does that... Oh, no, it's just a shoal, so it hinders movement, but it's not, like, impassable water. Okay, then. Because it would be admittedly kind of silly if you could kill an enemy by pulling them into water. And Cyril just brutalizes your face off. Come on, come over here. Come further into the water. Also, that was a pretty satisfying smacking sound. And let's just take this guy down. So yeah, I think I finally realized why flyers can only lead battalions of other flyers. It's because if you took them, like, say, you know, onto lava or the ocean, it'd be kind of weird for there to be, like, a cavalry battalion surrounding them. Or something like that. So yeah, makes sense they can only lead battalions of flyers. Oh, that's Dorothea, not Flayn. Nice fireball jump rope there. And I'm pretty sure the only reason she's getting doubled is because she's using Thoron, which is kind of heavy. Some people who weren't even involved in that fight got supports. Also, Seteth is making up for the fact that I threw away Violet's, Violet's, Blessed Lance. I guess I'll have you actually no, because you kind of suck at offense, whatever, however you want to say it. You can do it! We are the cavalry squad! We're on the beach! Our hooves are sinking into the sand and we don't like it! Go! But you can move further than we can! Sorry, I will never get tired of making silly cheers for the battalion cheer squads. Well, I guess you'll level up, like, after one attack, and I'm pretty sure this is your...
Seriously?
Well, you'll definitely level up after that!
All roses have thorns.
Funny how they just fly back. That guy was up on a cliff earlier, he wasn't, like, even on the beach.
I want to be all I can.
Not terrible, but
Nice form.
not impressive. Every time I say not terrible, I hear the voice of the twins in my head saying that. Is that assassin even moving? Oh, of course he is, yeah. Yeah, Flayn's actually not doing so well in the offense department for me at this point. Which might be another reason to make her a dancer. Oop, yeah, that's bad, although I can always heal her. Yeah, let's try not Miasma, let's try Luna. So yeah, Swarm is called Worm in Japanese. It always has been since the first game. Isn't that just like a photo of the moon? That looks kind of silly if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, I guess now might be a good time to talk about how, like, a lot of people say Luna is really broken in the early Fire Emblem games, but it's actually really not. It's only particularly broken against, like, the only reason it seems broken is because the final bosses both have massive amounts of resistance in FE7, so obviously it does a lot of damage to them. Like, the way that it works is, like, you kind of consider it as having as much might as the enemy magic stat, so against Nurgle and the Fire Dragon, it effectively has, like, 30 might, or even better in terms. I forget how much resistance the Fire Dragon has, it's pretty high. Oh boy, wow, you are actually pretty fast. But I do have the Aegis Shield, which is never actually activated so far. No, Steel Sword Plus is a bad idea, unless I can one-shot you with a combat art. Oh, in fact, I just straight up one-shot you anyway, so why not? I wasn't paying attention to your actual HP there.
Too easy.
The, like, the shield looks a lot like the Fire Emblem from Awakening. The Fire Emblem, as seen in Fire Emblem Awakening. Cutting Gale. Oh, okay, Cutting Gale's got a pretty solid amount of might on it. I could lure the other one, but I'm pretty sure she'll get doubled. So that might be a bad idea. And Flayn going Shinde-Iru here is a game over. I don't know, for those who don't know... Oh, okay, you crit anyway. Okay. But yeah, Shinde-Iru is Japanese for, to translate it perfectly literally, currently in the state of being dead. But, I don't know, I've always just found it a really silly sounding word. Which is kind of weird considering how serious of a concept it depicts, but, I don't know, maybe it's just the Omae wa mo Shinde-Iru meme, which is... There's a lot of memes that sometimes I'm kind of late to, but I kind of like Omae wa mo Shinde-Iru, which means you are already dead, by the way. It actually comes from Fist of the North Star, I believe. Basically, it's like, he has a technique where he punches people so much that it causes, like, massive internal rupturing, but it's delayed, so he's like, you are already dead, and then they were like, what? Or nani? And then they just explode. But anyway, I still just, I don't know, I've just always liked, the variant, roses are red, violets are blue, Omae wa mo Shinde-Iru.
Prepare to taste the power of the true servants of the goddess.
So, if you want to come across as the better side, maybe try and sound less evil, just saying, because your tone of voice just screams bad guy. A true servant of the goddess would Never attack from cowardly long range with a long blah. Actually, wait a minute, is that map over?
We're no match for them. Brothers, retreat. Brothers, help the remaining priests escape. Be the shield that stops these miscreants in their tracks.
Okay.
Do you dare compound your crimes further? There will be no escape for you!
Oh! Oh, that's really cool. Okay, so now it's like a reverse escape chapter. We're stopping the enemies from escaping. Again, that's incredibly cool. I like that.
I won't allow it.
Has there ever been a chapter like that in the Fire Emblem series? Like where instead of escape, it's stop the enemy from escaping? Not even trying to attack, I see. Well, you're gonna take no damage anyway. It's always really cool to see characters just straight up no-selling a fireball. And regardless of the etymology of various things, no-sell, I believe, actually comes from wrestling. But I think selling something is like their term for getting hit by a blow or a move. Because, obviously, you know, it's all staged. Oh no, wrestling is staged, I've revealed a horrifying secret. But yeah. I don't think I knew that for like a large amount of my young years, but yeah. Kind of obvious now, considering how many professional wrestlers have ended up going into acting. Let's have Manuela kill something for once.
I've still got it.
Did he level up too?
I can still shine brighter.
Yes! Okay, let's see who gets a better one.
This wouldn't have happened in my youth.
I can just imagine Manuela mocking him for that. That's actually pretty great. Not quite in range. That guy also counts as a boss, apparently. I would very much like that assassin to die, though, because I'm pretty sure he's going to double us into oblivion. Yep, 910 attack speed versus 9. Yeah, that's not good. Thankfully he can't... Oh, because of Beach, yeah. That reminds me of a very, very obscure tangent that I think I'll probably save talking about for when, you've got to stand there, because otherwise this guy will try to escape. For when, I guess I can try out Bloggle.
It is our duty to worship Saint Keyhole. We will not allow heretics to come near.
So what does the worship of Saint Keyhole entail? Do you just go around with a bunch of keys and unlock all the doors you find? Maybe Saint Keyhole's like an alternate name for Sora in some circles.
I won't let everyone down.
I guess there's no reason not to do this right now. And there's the Gorsier Knights leveling up. Of course, Sylvain got that from his side mission, but 0. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's only... Oh, because of your battalion, yeah, you got a much better resistance. So you're probably looking at the Rizzle stat more. I don't want to use the Sword of the Creator, though. But if I've got an idea. You are now facing a physical attacker. What are you going to do about that? Yeah, I'm going to let these guys come to me. Except you're probably going to be attacking Manuela, aren't you? No, you don't have an aggro line, which means you're just focused on escaping. It's like what I wished the AI at the port would have been. You don't have any healing, do you? Nope, no healing for you. Okay, well you're both definitely... Oh, there's a third guy. I would have Seteth take him down because Cyril's already over-leveled as it is, but then I just realized, oh wait, Seteth doesn't even gain experience. Seteth's resistance is terrible and you're only doing 2 damage, wow. But anyway, yeah, that tangent I was talking about was, there's a level in in the first Croc game, I don't know if anyone remembers that, on Pikes at Beach, and my sister and I had a very, very weird thing about that, and I probably will save talking about that until I potentially play, I definitely do want to do a co-op playthrough with my sister of Spyro 1, the refined version. I'll probably save talking about it until then, because, yeah, it'll make more sense when she's here, and I can embarrass her that way. Because I'm sure she won't like me talking about that, because it was very, very weird. But, yeah, I guess embarrassing your sibling makes sense on this map because of Seteth and Flayn. Yeah, pretty sure Byleth just explodes you, so I may as well get some experience for you first. And use Belongo! Oh, Adjutant follow-up, which still didn't kill you. Which is a shame, because she kind of desperately needs it. Even though I don't think she's high enough to become a bishop. I think she needs an A.
Such power dwells within.
Violet's strength is kind of going a little low right now.
But it was for the sake of the goddess.
Well, we kind of think that too. I think we should probably have talked about these people's motivations before we started killing them, but oh well.
That's what you get.
And Cyril is kind of over-leveled right now.
What? That's not good.
Especially since you have aptitude. Yeah, Cyril's definitely not been gaining, like, that great gains despite having aptitude, which is kind of annoying. I say kind of annoying quite a lot, but it is. Oh, should I have been using this more often? Does he double with that more easily? Wait, 6. Wait, 14. Yeah, he probably does double with that way more easily. Okay. Dorothea just use fire. Unfortunately, she doesn't have enough authority to use magic battalions yet. I guess you can contribute to this. Maybe. Except you'll just kill them, and I would rather get the kill with, not win. It's Cunning Gale, there we go.
I prevailed.
Okay, speed, that's great.
I am maturing at a...
Also charm, yeah. She's definitely going to destroy that dancing competition. Luna, I guess.
The goddess protects us. We will never yield to the likes of you.
And suddenly boss theme again. Knock knock, who's there? The interrupting boss theme. The interrupting boss theme who? The interrupting boss theme, shut up and please bring back Tempest of Seasons now. Yeah, well, those trees, they really remind me of a beach that I actually know that's close to me. Just barely enough, too.
I can still shine brighter.
Your strength is pretty solid.
Goddess, have you abandoned us?
That is the last of them. Flayn, will you place some flowers at the monument?
Of course, brother. That is what I came here to do.
Please tell me Flayn got the MVP. Oh, of course Cyril did. That's twice in a row, actually. Keyhole Wyvern Company. A band of wyvern riders who wield keyblades. I'm sure that someone's put keyblades in Fire Emblem in a fanfic by now.
Your assistance is most appreciated. I can only hope that the Western Church will now see reason and abandon this place. But just to be safe, I have retrieved the holy artifacts. We cannot risk them falling into their hands.
You know, maybe you should just get together and talk with the Western Church and realize you both worship the same goddess and agree to get along. Huh. Okay.
I will entrust them to you.
Huh. A legendary lance and a legendary staff. I wonder who those weapons are supposed to go to.
I must confess, Despite the situation, it was a pleasure to return here. This coast has a certain sentimental significance to my sister and me. Yes, this stone monument is not merely here to commemorate Saint Keyhole. It is also the grave of my wife.
Oh.
You are safe now, Mother. Finally, you may find peace.
I suppose you have earned the right to know. But this must remain between us.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I see what this is. And I suspected this earlier. You're not her brother, you're her father, aren't you?
Flayn is actually my daughter. My late wife and her mother are the same person.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling.
And here I thought we had hidden it skillfully. There are many who would seek to harm Flayn due to the unique blood she bears. Falsifying her identity is necessary to conceal her from such individuals. Mercifully, I happen to look quite young for my age. We make rather convincing siblings, do we not?
That is interesting. Yeah, because that's it. Yeah, I kind of figured as much. I was thinking about that at one point between parts. I was like, you know what? Actually, maybe Seteth's her father, not brother.
Mother loved the coast so much. She and I came here together often. Fishing was her favorite pastime. I used to sit and watch while she cast her line.
Oh, that explains why you like fishing so much. Doesn't explain why you use weird fishing metaphors to describe Violet, though.
I remember it fondly. You did so love to eat the fish she caught as well.
Fish is my favorite food, it is true. Due in no small part to Mother.
I still come here to fish from time to time, using the skills my wife taught me. It reminds me how deeply I appreciate those years, and how I wish I could return to them.
We cannot turn back the clock, Father. We must live our lives fully, in the present moment.
You're right. That is what she always said, isn't it? Dwell too much on the past, and you may be unable to move forward. Come then. Let us return home.
Goodbye, Mother. I love you. I shall bring flowers again for you next time.
So can I just say that if Flayn's VA really is someone who's completely new, she does a really good job. Wait a minute, the Caduceus staff, does that summon beetles? Okay, Spear of Assault, Crest of Keyhole, restores HP every turn, effect increase with Crest. So I mean, technically I can still use this, even, oh, and it's effective against cavalry too, even though I don't have Seteth yet, but I feel like, you know what, maybe you have to complete that paralog in order to recruit him. Because I feel like supports would obviously refer to the fact they're actually father and daughter and not siblings. So yeah, that's probably a way to gate that. And Caduceus staff. Linked to the Crest of Seteth. Magic attack range +1, restores HP every turn. But no restrictions for crest bearers, it seems like. You know, it's kind of interesting. TV tropes must be have a hard time. I mean, I know they generally don't hide spoils on character pages anymore, which is why I'm boycotting them, but, with Seteth's tropes, because he seems to be Knight Templar Big Brother, but he's actually overprotective dad. So on that note, I will leave you, and next time, we're either going to do this, or we're going to do something to prove. May as well get this one out of the way while I'm here, so I think we'll do this one next time. See you then.